Hi, Rachel. I think there are a couple of things you need to be aware of in your design. So, the first of all, your design has the trend to be pattern oriented. Uh, you should make your design a little bit. Yeah, well, because right now it seems like the top three, the bottom three, you need to probably vary your layout a little bit to make it um, less pattern oriented. So another one is the transparency, um, because especially from the blue to the red, the transparency the purple that's not very successful and is really hard to find any vanishing boundaries between the purple and the blue, even the purple to the red. So it's reading as going around the corner at some point. So I suggest to revisit your scale first before you change your design, because I'm pretty sure there is something wrong with your scale. So I highly recommend to revisit your scale first. Um, and just want to let you know that you need to make sure the same step touch to each other instead of for example, this one. I'm pretty sure this is the darkest. However, you're using, I think this probably the step 5. So you're making that two steps touching each other. So that's the reason why there is really hard to tell there's any vanishing boundaries between the blue and the purple. So check that first. Make sure you're using the same values, touching each other instead of different steps. So that can help a lot. And well, I think your orange to yellow, the vanishing boundaries works, but I think you still have the potential to make it even better. And I think the yellow to green here, that's also you need to revisit here as well. I think you need to darken this yellow a little bit um, to make it have vanishing boundaries. Um, and for your green here, um, is really hard to see the gradation in the green, um, because if you want to grade it from the lightest to the darkest, you should let us to see the gradation at least. Right now, what you have here is the lightest and the darkest. So the middle value, that's I think you only have this only one or two lines for middle values. So it's a little bit hard to perceive the gradation here. It's only read as the lightest and darkest. So high value contrast here make it reading as figures on the ground, which is not good for your for the unity. You need to think about that, and also the vanishing boundaries between blue and green here. So since your blue here, that's the darker value, so your green also should be the darker value. This, I mean, the same darker value to achieve vanishing boundaries. However, this is the darkest, but this is the middle light value. So high value contrast here as well. So no transparency, no vanishing boundaries here. So that's the thing. need to think about as well. Please let me know if you still have any questions about your work.